Cattlemen and women share a commitment to caring for their animals and their resources while also feeding the nation. Now, beef producers have a new ally in the effort to produce beef responsibly. Cattleman to Cattleman reporter Matt Fleck has more on Merck Animal Health's commitment to producers and responsible beef production.
Sustainability is a hot topic in the beef industry, and there are a number of efforts underway to both showcase and improve the ability of family farms and ranches to continue passing their operations to the next generation. Merck Animal Health's Responsible Beef Initiative is one of the ways the company is proving its commitment to beef producers and the industry as a whole.
About 2.5 years ago, we got together and really started looking at the word sustainability and really realized that it didn't approach some things that we thought extremely important in the cattle industry. And so in that, we started talking about being responsible and really doing things right. So responsible beef has 4 pillars: cattle, land, community, and business. And we really felt that we had to start with cattle because cattle is what this industry is all about. When we treat our cattle right, they return our investment in them to us. Next thing is land. Land is something we're not making any more of. And if we don't take care of the land, we don't have anything to pass down to our heirs. Next thing is community. Community really starts with family. With family, it's the people who are working operations, it's who we provide for, and it's people we do business with. It's a guy at the feed store, it's a guy at the hardware store, it's our barber, it's the teachers at school. It's the people we produce beef for. They're part of our community. And the last thing we talk about is business. And a lot of times people don't want to talk about business because it sounds like making money is a bad thing. But if you're in business, you really should make money, and that keeps your business going, and that makes all the other things, cattle, land, community, work.
Merck Animal Health is committed to helping the industry emphasize the idea that each member of the beef value chain has a responsibility to do things right. A drive to improve the viability of each operation and helping to make the beef industry more sustainable are cornerstones of the Responsible Beef Initiative.
When it comes to cattle, we care about performance, animal health, the health and well-being, and so those are probably our 3 large, I would say, cornerstones, focus points when it relates to cattle. Is we want to provide products and solutions that make cattle healthier, optimum performance, and also looking out for the well-being of those animals that we raise for food.
Beyond simply vaccinating cattle or monitoring for disease outbreaks, the Responsible Beef Initiative covers all aspects of animal care, including nutrition and low-stress cattle handling techniques.
Minimizing stress depends on everybody involved, all the way from the people that bring cattle up from pens or in from the pasture or wherever they may be. It starts from a basic level, and everybody needs to be involved and on the same page that slow, consistent handling of the cattle provides low stress.
I look at stress in cattle a lot like stress in people. If I get stressed, I've got the ability to get sick. I don't feel good. I think cattle are the same way. If we treat cattle with low stress, we're going to have fewer health problems. We're going to have fewer issues with those cattle. Their injuries are going to go way down. So it's really important to approach cattle correctly, follow the best management practices for low stress handling that you can.
Responsible Beef also covers other areas of beef production, such as helping to ensure proper administration and storage protocols for animal health products.
Proper storage and handling of vaccines is a hallmark of vaccination. If we don't deliver a product to the animal that has been handled properly or stored properly, we've really defeated the whole purpose of vaccine. There's really 3 main enemies to vaccine, and heat is one of them. Sunlight is another one. For different types of vaccines, modified live vaccines, actually disinfectants are an enemy. And so proper storage, how we handle them, how long we mix up modified live vaccines before we use them are keys to delivering a product to the animal that's going to have effect.
Welcome back. Now we return to Cattleman and Cattleman reporter Matt Fleck for more expert insights on responsible beef production.
Adherence to BQA, Beef Quality Assurance Guidelines, also plays a significant role in the Responsible Beef Initiative.
BQA guidelines that cattle feeders should follow for vaccination are simple. Number one, always give vaccines in front of the shoulder. There should be no reason for a vaccine to ever given behind the shoulder. Proper restraint of the animal is necessary for that, and modern chutes give us no reason to not give that vaccine in front of the shoulder. Number two, if you're giving multiple vaccines on the same side of the animal, a good rule of thumb is 1 hand's breadth between the injection sites. Number three, use the proper needle for the type of vaccine and the administration that you want to give. A subcutaneous vaccine should be using a needle of 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch in length. An intramuscular vaccine should use a needle that's 1 inch to 1.5 inches in length. And so the proper equipment, the proper placement, and the proper time is important for vaccine.
The sustainability of the beef industry rests not only on taking care of animals and the land, it also hinges on the ability of cattlemen and women to make the most of their resources, including feed, as they work to produce more beef using fewer resources than in the past. Technologies, such as growth-promoting technologies, play an important role in improving feed conversion, lowering the inputs required to produce today's beef.
When we talk about implants and environmental stewardship, to me, they're right there in the middle of the cornerstone of what producers do. Maybe people don't realize it as much in terms of what these producers do and how they care for their land. But a technology like implants, they use fewer resources in terms of improving feed conversion. So the feed we put in front of them is utilized better. And so again, the bottom line is we get more beef with less resources. So let's take two animals, one's implanted and one's not, and one has a Revelar in its ear and one doesn't. And so the one that has Revelar is going to weigh about, let's say, 100 pounds more at a certain time. So it finishes at 100 pounds more, and if we don't implant that animal and we want to achieve the same weight out goal, then we're going to have to feed that animal about 25 more days. So 25 or 30 days at 20 pounds of intake is going to be 500 pounds of feed. So for a non-implanted animal, we're going to have to produce 500 more pounds of feed to get to that same weight that a Revelar implant provided. And so I think that should put it in terms that's easy for people to understand when we talk about implants and what they do from an environmental standpoint, as well as less resources, is that, just vision that 500 pounds of feed that would be required for a non-implanted animal to get to that same finished weight.
To help producers better understand the 4 pillars of the Responsible Beef Program and how they can help make an operation more sustainable, Merck Animal Health has a website, responsiblebeef.com. The website provides resources to guide continuous improvement and to help producers ensure the success of their individual operations.
If we don't care for the animals the way that they deserve to be cared for, they're not going to provide to us, and really we shouldn't be in the industry. If somebody is abusing animals, they shouldn't be in this industry. They should be doing something else. And so it's that responsibility really comes back to every individual and treating animals the way that they really should be treated, with care and well-being and a lot of love.
Well, I hope they see what Merck Animal Health is doing and trying to raise the awareness of, other than just selling a product that we manufacture. I hope they understand that, we're in the beef industry as well, and we're passionate about cattle, we're passionate about the land, we're aware of the resources that we're trying to save and, raise more beef with less resources. The communities that these feed yards and these cattle producers, ranchers, farmers, stocker operators all participate in, it's important to us as well. We're part of those communities. And then the business that they provide, all those things, again, at Responsible Beef are just important. And so we hope that people embrace those things that are dear to their heart as dear to our heart.
Reporting from Colorado, I'm Matt Fleck for NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
For more information on the Responsible Beef campaign, check out Merck Animal Health's website. That's responsiblebeef.com.